Well, of course, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Juba National Stadium, where we will be broadcasting live at the third place, a playoff between Koryom FC of Bor and Aweil United FC of Aweil in the Zain South Sudan Cup. And of course, barely 48 hours later, the finals will take place in the same venue, where the Moneybucks Jamus FC of Juba will be tussling it out with El Merreikh FC of Bentiu. That's until then. For now, we're going to focus our energy on the game at hand, where we have Aweil United putting on all blue, including their shots and shots. Koryom FC of Bor, known to many as the Black Warriors, will be putting on their all black jerseys today. Now, looking at players that are starting for both teams, Aweil United have Amir Juma, donation shot number 20 between the sticks. There's Deng Wan, Yel Garang, Yak Rabi, Akon Garang, Maliu Deng, Chol Garang, Kwol Kwol, Bol Bolangui, Garangor, and Akol Akong. Those are the players starting right there for Aweil United. Meanwhile, Koryom FC, who have majority of their players absent from the team, have only 3 substitutes on the bench, including Andabati Mubarak, Jidu Show, and Deng Iniesta, without a single goalkeeper on the bench. They do have Nerniel in between the sticks, a Jackal, who is the captain of the team. He'll be deployed as a right back as opposed to his usual role as a number 8 playmaker. There's a Deng Mayen who returns to the team after a long injury. There's Goch Ayig, who as well will be playing as an inverted centre back as opposed to his role as a midfielder. Anyuan Makwol, known to many as Anyuan 2, will take his role on the left side of the 4-man defense. Jack Drogba, Mayena Ro, Majur Garang will be tussling it out in a 3-man midfield. Looking for goals for Koryom will be Thorn Garang, Kyria Christopher, and Sudani Katiak. Those are the players that will be, of course, taking to the center of the pitch for this very particular place. Remember, the winner of this very particular tie will be the third placed team in the Zain South Sudan Cup 2024-2025 season. In a moment from now, the game should be kicking off, and of course, we anticipate an hair-raising game, and of course, a shower of goals. That's what raises fans' morale and appetite for the game. Otherwise, wishing all the teams the best of luck as it starts looking it out for the third best placed team right there. And of course, looking at how these teams made it this far, Koryom FC were able to eliminate that is a gold star in the quarterfinals, having filed a complaint on a player who had 2 running contracts with 2 different clubs and 2 different associations. They were initially beaten a goal to 0, but having won the appeal, they made it to the semi-finals where they lost to Jamus after the game was abandoned, with the Black Warriors having 5 players sent off in that very particular game. Meanwhile, Aweil United as well managed to progress through that is the quarterfinals, lost in the semi-finals against Merreikh FC of Bentiu, and of course that's where you'll be seeing them going for the 3rd place. Meanwhile, Merreikh Bentiu and Jamus FC will be going for the gold right about there. Now, Noemiel, the only goalkeeper available for Koryom, will be taking in between the sticks right there, hoping that he doesn't pick up an injury. Otherwise, Koryom will be forced to have an infield player stand in between the sticks for this very particular game. They will have to throw the first punch should they want to go far in this very particular game. They have the ball on their court, and of course, Majur Garang will be setting the tone of the play. There goes the ball. Sudani Gatiak for Koryom on the left flank already. He'll be looking to take on 2 players. Can he beat his man? He slides, but still continue. And final toss of the ball, and here comes Aweil United with the ball at the center of the pitch, including the captain, that is Chol Garang, sends it down the left. Aweil United have a very, very slippery striker, and of course, there is a call, a cone, should be watched very carefully. Here's a Jack Cole. Dings a long ball Afron, looking for Christopher Kida, who controls superbly. Can he cross the ball into the air right there? Thorn Garang deflected. There's going to be a goal kick for Aweil United. Thorn Garang has Bell played for Koryom. This is his first game for the team. And of course, he should be able to impress if he wishes to continue playing for the team, especially with the crisis of players they have in their camp. There comes a call who notes the ball down. And of course, a foul has not been called. Ball continues. Yes, Thorn Garang. But of course, he's blocked. And of course, the goalkeeper, Amir Juma, picks it up right there for Aweil United. Amir Juma throws the ball rolling. And here comes Akon Garang. Still continues to impress on the left flank. Simply teases the ball up. And of course, out of play. It's a throw in for Koryom FC. Jack Coley will be taking that. Gives it to Gochaig. Gochaig takes the long ball out front. Looking for Christopher Kiria. But getting to the topic. Here, of course, Stone Garang throws the ball into the middle of pitch. Still a fight. And of course, loses it. Anyon 2. Looking for Sudan Gatiak. Sudan gets the ball. Beats one. Can he cross the ball into the area? Christopher Kiria is already waiting. Can he get across? Can he get across? Punched away by the goalkeeper. Corner kick for Koryom. Great drive right there from Sudan Gatiak. But of course, so much of a hesitation to just let the ball fly into the penalty area, where, of course, Christopher Kiria was already stationed and awaiting to receive. He's going to have to take another drive for them to get the ball past the goalkeeper. Otherwise, they do have a corner kick to settle for. And they do have about 7 black shots in the area already, 1 taking and 2 on the weight. Communication has had Majul Garang. A send off the penalty area is waiting for rebound. Here comes a long ball. Headed in! Of course, clear off the line. And they survive that for the sky. Shot! And finally, Aweil United are off the danger zone. A long ball is sent back in. Thorn Garang runs in, headed away, very far from danger. Can he keep it in play? Yes, he does. Godaig seems to have touched the ball, so they throw in for Aweil United. Akon Garang sends it to, that is Deng Wan, and a long ball goes right there, and it's headed back to the goalkeeper by Goch Ayik. Goch Ayik with the ball. Goch, he has a Jack Drogba in front of him. Back goes for a long ball, which is intercepted immediately. And of course, Aweil United are trying to build on some momentum right here. Great ball right there. Shot! Very soft one, goes into the hands of Noer Nial. Slides the ball to Deng Mayen. Chiru gives it to Anyon 2. Anyon 2. Anyon Makwal pulls the trigger, doesn't release it. Sends the ball into the middle back. So much space. But Majur gives the ball away. Here comes Aweil United. Picked immediately. Here comes Ajak Drogba. Gives it to Ajak Kole. Kole. Dings the ball. Looking for a Thorn Garang. But of course, still a bullfight. Goes all the way. Corner kick. Miscommunication between, that is Amir Juma and his defender Akon Garang. Lets a beautiful opportunity slip through the hands. It's going to be another one for Koryom. The previous corner almost got into the back of the net with only a goal clearance from Deng Wan, saving the team right there. Let's see if Koryom will be able to force, that is the team, Aweil United to remain in their own yard. Peter Mainaro with a corner kick. Peter takes a low ball, punched away by the goalkeeper, and finally cleared away from danger. It's a run down the right wing for Aweil United. Lets the ball fly, and of course gets interception, and it's a throw in for Aweil United. A call Kong right there, trying to impose his authority over Deng Mayen, who entertains no nonsense, gets the ball out of play. Aweil United trying to build from the back. Take a little bit of time for them to get on their feet. Otherwise, right now, everything is still in the air. A duel, I would say, for everyone to claim. Aweil United are yet to, that is battle Noer. Meanwhile, Amir Juma has been forced to make a crucial save. Thorn Garang wins position for Koryom. Here's the ball for Koryom. Majul Garang beats one. Peter Mainaro controls with the left leg. Switches the ball to the right and takes a long ball out from looking for Sudan Gatiak. But of course he's beaten to it, and an offside call follows in right there. offside. Aweil United. That a simple one to the middle of the park. A long one from the captain. Jack Cole is there. Well, it's beautifully controlled. And Aweil United through a call Kong. A call switches a simple ball in. Can he take a shot? Beat his man. A call is still going. And finally, he tosses off the ball. Free kick is awarded to Aweil United. It's like I said, a call is one player that needs to be watched carefully. Otherwise, I see him giving that defense of Koryom a very hard time. A lot of inverted defenders right there. And you think, somehow, they need reminders at all time that they should be defending arms and going on to play the ball in the middle of the park. Should they be caught off guard, I think a call will give them a bloody nose. For now, they have a wall to build and a goalkeeper to protect, as Aweil United will have a free kick in a very juicy place. They have about 4 players standing on the ball. It's 3, and of course, seems like 2 will be walking away. They'll be leaving Garangor on the ball. What can he do? Can he beat Nial and the wall? Or is he going to go for a pass? He goes for goal. But of course, wide. Goal kick for Koryom. Now already has his 2 central defenders on both sides of the goal post. Deng on the left and Goch on the right. Goch goes for a long ball. Can Kiria keep it in play? Kiria. Throw in for Aweil United. Long ball in right there for Aweil United. Here comes Maliu. Maliu beat Thon Garang. Sends a long ball looking for a call. But of course a call is cut off by Gochai, who sends a long ball back home. Too much power behind the ball, goes out. Corner kick for Aweil United. And of course he's running back Maliu Deng, having helped with the attack. He knows his primary responsibility is to defend. And so he goes back home, where there is a Christopher Kiria, the top scorer for Koryom, was in the title Golden Boot race until Koryom fell apart. There's a long ball right there, but headed away for Koryom. There's Maju Garang, who further pushes it far away from danger. And of course, a pass goes back to the left, where Aweil United will try to get across into the area, but of course, cleared away from danger. Christopher Kiria races on the right. But of course, it's beautifully defended, throw in for Koryom. Kiria sends a long ball, looking for Sudan Gatiek. Gatiek, Sudani, no one in the area to cross the ball to. Beats his man, beautifully. Sudani crosses the ball, but of course cleared. Gets back to him, and is blocked. That's going to be a corner kick for Koryom. Sudani, should he stay healthy? You think this is one of the young players that could be a topic for the next few years? Unfortunately, every momentum is always hampered by injuries. Setbacks he has no control over. Peter Mayen to take the corner kick for Koryom. Sudani Gatek walking back into the area. Today Koryom have Young on the touchline. Machar Chiling is not here. A lot of complaints here and there. And of course, Koryom through Peter Mainaro to the corner. Mary adjusts the ball again. Here comes a corner kick from Peter. Headed away from danger and cleared. And here is an opportunity for Aweil United to make a run. Too many Korean players already back to defend. Collision of players right there, and a foul is called on a Jack Drogba. Free kick for Aweil United rather. Akon Garang. Still having a word with his coach. Having been told to step off the pitch. Having picked up the knock. He gets back. And he's already racing up front. He's going to try to help with the attack. Here comes the long ball. Headed away by Peter Mayen. Aweil United pick it up immediately. It's a long ball down the left. Absolutely nobody to receive. Goes out begging. It's going to be a throw in for Koryom. It's taken by Ajak Kole. Gives it to Ayik. Coach Ayik. Ayik takes a long one. There's Christopher Kiria. Kiria's beaten to the duel. And of course here comes a call. A long ball goes back straight to Goch. Goch takes a swipe. Looking for Anyuan. Anyuan picks it up. Gives it to Sudan Gatiek. Gatiek beats his marker. Gatiek is running. Gatiek is running. But of course it's simply blocked. And the ball goes out of play. Goal kick for Aweil United. You need to keep that name on the back of your head. The name is Sudan Gatiek. And his occupation is making defenders dance. Here comes Aweil United just yet again. A long ball right there trying to clear off their line. A Jack Drogba right to tussle it. But of course he's beaten to the ball. Here comes Anyuan 2. Anyuan 2 gives to Drogba. A Jack Drogba takes a shot at the ball. Trying to find a Jack Kole. Can Kole keep the ball in play? Yes, Kole keeps the ball in play. Kole. Still fighting for the ball. Not kept in play. Wins a free kick. Kole brings down Maliu. And of course, it's a free kick for Aweil United. But yes, 1 minute of beautiful football right here with the first assistant referee involved in obstructing. Deng Mayen gives it to Anyuan 2. Anyuan Makwal tries to find Ajak Drogba, but Peter Mayen picks it up. Peter Mayenaro finds Kiria Christopher. He's brought down and the foul is awarded. Free kick for Koryom. They will have their numbers up front just yet again. Thorngarang seems to have disappeared. Jack Kole is being man-marked. Here comes a dink right there. Who's going to respond to it? Sudan Gatiek heads it down. Anyuan 2 heads the ball down, but of course doesn't get to Sudan Gatiek. And still a fight. Can Aweil United finally clear the line? Not quite. Give it a whack and shot! Cleared off the line by the goalkeeper. Good work right there from Amir Juba. Simply way out of his reach, but he did what he could. Just straight off the ball of the line. And Aweil United survived the scare. Now they're going to go on a complete rebuild with the ball being played from the back. Can they finally make the run? They send the ball back home just yet again. Aweil United. That's the captain, Garangor. Everything to fight for Aweil United. No pressure, because pressure is for the tires. How far can they go? Dispossessed. And he goes down, free kick to Koryom. You think similarly these are two players of the same caliber? That is Majur Garang and Bol Bolangui. With of course Bol eventually giving the ball away to Majur as he committed a foul. Gochaik gives the ball to Anyuan 2. Anyuan steps away, and it will be Gochaik taking it. Ajak Kole is waiting on the right side of the pitch. It's a long ball. Won't necessarily get to Kole. An infringement right there, and referee calls a foul on Koryom. A free kick is awarded to Aweil United. Aweil United through Yel Garang to take that. Yel gives it to Maliu Deng. Maliu back to Yel. Yel takes a long ball down the right. And of course it's picked up quickly by Koryom. Sudan Gatiek running into the area, crosses the ball, but of course deflected. Another corner kick for Koryom. You will definitely have to agree with me at some point. Koryom is doing superbly on the left flank with Anyon 2 and Sudan Gatiek. And the complete opposite is working on the right as Jack Cole and Tongarang are really not doing what Sudani and Anyon are doing. Another corner kick for Koryom. Amir Juba forced to make a serious save right there, having had his captain, that is Garang Ngor. Watch the ball, it's a long one, headed away from danger. It's a goal kick for Aweil United. Amir to Yel to Yak Rabi, Yak back to Yel preparing to take a long ball. There comes a missile, it's a very long ball, finds the target, absolutely goes out of play, throw in for Koryom. Anyon 2 picks the ball up and is way too far from where the ball went out. He'll have to give that to Deng Jiru. Jiru again leaves it to Ajak Drogba. Drogba leaves it to Anyon 2. 2 minutes is right there on who takes the throw in and who does not. Yeah, it's a long ball for Aweil United. Gochai responds to it. And here comes Deng Mayen. Finds Anyon 2 on the left. Anyon 2 finds Jack Drogba in the middle of the pitch. Drogba takes a long one. Finds Cole. Cole picks the ball up on the right side of the pitch. Cole takes the ball out front. Beautifully controlled by Christopher Koryom. Takes a shot. Can he finish? Yes! Offside call comes in right there. But that was the first time Koryom strong. That is 5 passes together and getting the ball past the goalkeeper. Unfortunately, he was inches off the designated area and Aweil United survived that. Here's a long ball for Aweil United. Can they get an attack right here? Not quite. Dispossessed. And of course, beautiful turn right there from Peter Mainaro. Sudan Gatek was waiting to help. Peter dances around, shakes his body off. Beautiful passing in there. Turns around. Sudan Gatek and a shot! Out and a goal kick for Aweil United. A lot of players up and running. Everybody want to get a piece of a victory. And of course, whoever throws the first punch, you think will have an advantage over the other. And so is Koryom trying its all best to be able to do that before Aweil United. A long ball down the left. Beautiful pass right there. Cutting through the middle of the pitch. Forced to get back into his own half. Sends the ball down the right. Strong ball right there. Can he get there? Headed away by Jack Cole. Picked up by Drogba. Jack Drogba takes a long ball. Trying to squeeze one in the middle of the park. But of course, cleared off at the danger zone. Aweil United. Here comes Ngor. He's beaten to the ball by Jack Cole. Cole switches a long ball right there. Looking for Christopher Koryom, but picked up quickly. How far can they go? Maliu with the ball into the center of the pitch. Beautifully put down right there. Here comes Maliu. How far can he go? Gojai too strong for him. Wins the throw in for Koryom. Here comes Deng Mayen. Gives it to Jack Cole. Cole back to Goch. Goch takes a swap at the ball. Intercepted. Jack Cole. Jack Drogba rather. Gives to Cole. Jack to Jack. A long ball rather from Jack Cole. Doesn't get to use again, but of course beautiful put down by Christopher Koryom. Here comes Thorn Garang. Thorn goes down. Wins a free kick for Koryom. Peter Mayen. Brought down right there. A very young player who has since given 100% of himself to the team, having made his debut against Holy Family FC in the second round of the Premier League. Yes, since maintaining his position in the midfield. He continues to play in the absence of players like Odong Brian, in the absence of players like Ahmad Brahan. He will be taking that free kick. Here comes a long ball from Bidai, headed away. And of course, goal kick for Aweil United. Too many long balls right there. And of course, you think somehow, Koryom is missing the services of Mahmoud Garang Marine, having had himself sent off against Jamus FC. He's been the lone striker for the team since they came to Juba. And somehow, his absence is being felt right here, especially with those aerial balls. Out of bound, throwing for Koryom, taken quickly. Put down by Mahmoud Garang. And you want to squeeze it through. But of course, Jack Drogba is dispossessed. Aweil United now through Akol Garang. Akol Garang looking for a con. Squeeze the ball in right there looking for a call. But of course, Coach Ayik is there to respond to it quickly. Gives it to Degmain. Degmain to Ajak Kole. Kole looking for Sudan Gatchek, who has now come to the right side of the pitch. But of course, dispossessed. Beaten to the ball. And here comes Aweil United through Bol Angui. Peter sends it back home to Degmain. Degmain with a long ball down the left. Who is there to respond to it? Can he keep it in play? Yes, he does keep the ball in play. The players are running into the opposition area. Can he shoot? Well, it's quickly dealt with. And Aweil United have possession now. Down the right. Can they get the ball to? And of course, disposes quickly. Ajak Drogba. Drogba gives to Thorn Mayen. Thorn goes down. Referee says play on. It's going to be a throw in for Aweil United. It's taken quickly. So much space to turn around. Clears the ball. And Aweil United are up and running. Unfortunately, they don't have so many numbers in the opposition half. There's so many Black Warriors players in their own half. Here's Nuer. Nuer beats at the striker to it. And of course, passes it back to the left where there's Anyontu. Anyontu finds Ajak Drogba. Drogba back to Anyontu. Anyontu finds Gatiek. And here comes Anyontu. Just wait again. Takes a long ball. It's going to be a long run. But who gets to the ball fast? Think a referee will be forced to come into action. Offside call from the first assistant referee. And of course, he remains down, and I would need a treatment. Hopefully, he's okay and should be able to continue with the play. That's Yel Rabi. Gets back to his feet, and of course, Aweil United have a free kick of their own to take. He's asked to get out. And a simple start to the game right there. Referee says take the ball back. And of course takes a long ball right there. Rabi gives it away to, that is Ajak Kole now. Kole takes a long ball. And of course goes all out. Goal kick for Aweil United. Of course switching positions right there. Sudani and Thorn Garang switching positions from the left to the right and right to the left. Christopher Kiria remains as a center forward with Mahmoud Garang following closely right there. Foul is committed and the free kick is awarded to Aweil United. It's a long ball. Not the very best of the deliveries, but of course serves its purpose, gets to the target. And a long ball right there. Offside call. Yes, offside. And Nuernial goes on to pick the ball. Sends it up front right there for the free kick to be taken. Deng Mayen squeezes the ball in right there. Looking for Thorn Garang, who gets himself dispossessed. An opportunity right there for Will United. Yes, they continue to move on the right flank. Can he cross the ball into the area? Offside. Offside, just yet again. Of course, you think Will United could do better, since the players are always on the run. How about you just release the ball one time? That's the question for the tactical team right there. But of course, Anyontu, Deng Mayen, Nuer Nial, Nuer, Deng Mayen, Jiru, Anyontu, take a swipe, looking for Peter, gets to his target. What can he do? Peter Mayen continues to drive. And of course, a great tackle right there. Gets the ball out of play, throw in for Koryom. Given to Thon Garang. Give it to Anyontu. Anyontu takes a swipe. Taken away by the goalkeeper. And long one comes in from Juba. Gochaik running after the ball right there. Heads it to the goalkeeper. And taken away by Nuer. Gives it back to Goch. Goch has called it to his right. Tries to beat his marker. Finds Peter. Peter takes a swipe. It's a run right for Sudan Katia. Can he get there before the goalkeeper? Not quite. Juba picks it up for Aweil United. Sends it to the captain. Takes a swipe at the ball. Can he keep it in play? Not quite. A throw in for Koryom. Koryom through Peter. Kole keeps the ball in play. Gives to Sudan Gatiek. Sudan is tossed off the ball. Goal kick for Aweil United. Goal kick for Aweil United. They started off quickly, just at the back. Gives it to Sudan Gatiek. Sudan shoot! Shot! Of course, straight at the defender who deflects the ball. And off the danger zone. Here comes Akon. Sits on the ball. Gets the job done. Clears it off the danger zone. And here comes of course, the talisman of the team, Garang Ngor. Back heels the ball. Everything to fight for. Goes out of play. Throw in for Koryom. Koryom defending and attacking as a unit. But of course, the dividends yet to be paid. It's still everything to fight for with Peter. Touching every single grass in the field. It's a long ball. Sent back in right there. But of course, a Jack Drogba with Majur. Winning position right there. Majur. Headed back. Goes down. That is a Jack Drogba. Opportunity for Will United. Can they go on to cause havoc for Koryom? A Jack Coley does not entertain any of that. Gets the ball out of danger. Puts the ball out of play. Throw in for Aweil United. Here comes Aweil United. Can they cross the ball? Beautiful work right there. No offside. A cross. A very poor one. Goes out of bound. Goal kick for Koryom. Gives to Deng Mayen. Deng Mayen to Gochaik. Goch gives to back to Nuer Nial. To Deng Mayen. Squeezes the ball up front. Finds Majur Garang. Passes the ball to Anyontu, but of course gets it intercepted. Throw in for Koryom. Anyontu gives it to, that is Majur Garang. Anyontu continues to make the impression that he is good enough to play on the left as much as he plays on the right. And he checks his man off. It's a long ball. Should be an offside. Yes, I said should be an offside. Ajak Kole is scored offside. Amir Juma taking his time. Ajak Kole goes on to refresh and pass the water on to, that is Thon Garang, who again comes back to the right side of the pitch, with Sudani going the opposite way. Here comes Peter Main. Gives it to Ajak Drogba, who beats his man. Gets on. But of course, it's picked up quickly by his teammate. Ajak Drogba continues to impress. Ajak Kole. Kole sends it back home to Deng Mayen. Deng Mayen squeezes the ball into Majul Garang. Majul Garang finds Anyon 2 on the left, making the run. Anyon 2, can he cross a low ball? And got picked up by the attacker. Can he go? Now, captain play. Still everything to fight for. And finally, is out of bound. Throw in for Koryom. Taken quickly. Can he make the cross? Sudan Katiek. Sudani beats him again. Sudani still impressing. But too many dribbles with a 0 cross to his name. That is Majul Garang wins it back for Koryom. Sudani beats another player. Sudani beats another player. Gives it away. Open for a shot. Goes wide. It's a goal kick for Aweil United. Merjuma takes water. Takes his place to go out front. He's taking a long ball. Says all out front. Here's a long ball from Amir. Dengman responds to it. And Nyontu is there. Heads it looking for Majul Garang. But of course, dispossessed. An offside call comes in. Gochaik gives to Ajak Drogba. Drogba beats his man with so much ease right there. Comes a long ball right there down the left from Goch. Captain played by Majul Garang. Majul Garang gives it to Ajak Drogba. Drogba is dispossessed. And of course, here comes a run for Aweil United. 3 against 3. Out of bound. Throw in for Koryom. Gives it to Dengman. Dengman to Ajak Drogba. Drogba to Anyon 2. Anyon 2. Long ball. Looking for Christopher Kennedy. This could be dangerous for Aweil United. But of course, great defending. Puts the ball on his chest and allows the goalkeeper to pick it up. Throws the ball into action right away. No time to waste. The first 45 minutes are coming to a wrap. And so he's able to try to be cautious with the ball. And off the ball as well. Majul Garang picks position up for Koryom. Continues to make the run. Does not pass the ball and finally gets this possess. But Anyon picks it up for Koryom. Dengmayen gives it to Goch Aik. Goch to Ajak Kole. Ajak Kole. Long ball out front. Looking for Kira Christopher, who is blocked. And of course picked up by goalkeeper Amir Juma. You will expect that is Nuer Nyal to be a board man. He's been very lonely. Of course, Thon Garang tried to pick up position right there for Koryom, but of course lost it immediately. Majul Garang misses the ball just yet again. And here comes Aweil United with the ball on the right flank. Can they get the ball into the opposition area? Still a bullfight. But of course, the ball does not get to the opposition forbidden area. Opportunity for a cross. Try to put it out of play, but still in. And captain, shot! Oh my goodness! He failed to make the final touch. And the ball goes all out. A goal kick for Koryom. Dengmayen Deng takes a long ball to Ajak Kole. Kole. A long ball. Looking for Christopher Kiria. Peter Mayen controls instead of Kiria. And Peter Mayen goes. Peter Mayen. To Sudani Gatiek. Sudani Gatiek. Beats one just yet again. Sudani goes down. Free kick awarded to Koryom FC. Sudani is becoming a menace to Aweil United. He's becoming hardly stoppable. You expect majority of the talk during the halftime break should be about how to stop Sudani Gatiek. He continues to impress. He came on the right side of the pitch. He did great. He went back to the left. He's still doing great. You think the only thing missing from his statistics is a goal and an assist? Either way, that would do for him. But for now, Koryom will settle for a free kick. If you can remember vividly, it's almost the same place where Christopher Kiria scored against Lion Hunters. Who's going to take this? Is he going to go for a goal? Yes, a low ball going for goalkeeper. Punch away. Corner kick. It's been an intense 45 minutes for Koryom. They have been so much the better team. Can you send it across? A long ball right there taken away by the goalkeeper. Yes, Koryom, they have been the better team in this game. But nothing to show for it. Can he shoot? Oh, goes wide by some inches. It's a goal kick for Aweil United. Great shot right there. Very unfortunate for him not to get the goal. But Juba was out of his line, having gone on to restart the play. Now, Aweil United will have to break themselves up for a better second half performance. Otherwise, should they come out with this performance, it will be very dangerous for them. Christopher Kiria gets in, but of course does not get the ball. And they continue to play the ball at the back. Jack Drogba puts the ball down. What is he going to do? Finds Peter Mainaro. Peter shoots! Oh! Survives just yet again. Manages to swing the ball away from danger. Corner kick for Koryom. Well, of course, Koryom shooting had Juba every time they get the opportunity. And that is just to show how hungry they are. It's been a long run without a victory. Peter's corner. Brushed away. Not entirely. Opportunity for Sudani Gatiek. Shoot! Oh, blocked yet again. And it comes beaten away. Still Koryom. But that right there should be taken away from danger. Throw in for Koryom. Throw in taken quickly. Can he cross the ball? And Nyon 2. A long ball. Taken away by Juba. Majul Garang seems to have picked up a knock. He is limping. Here comes Juma. It's a long ball up front. Who responds to it? Misses the ball. Opportunity for Aweil United to get a goal. Opportunity. Can he shoot? Oh, they missed just yet again. A very soft goal. Very soft ball goes into the hands of Nuernial. Here comes goes down. Majul Garang. Advantage given. Peter Mayen. Give it to Sudani Gatiek. He still goes to the ball. Swings the ball. Opportunity for Koryom. Can he get a goal? Can he get a goal? Can he get a goal? Can he shoot? Can he shoot? Sudan? Oh, goes out of play. Goal kick for Aweil United. How is Koryom wasting these opportunities? Peter Mayen, Sudani Gatiek, and of course Majul Garang combining efforts right there to create that masterpiece. A play will be halted. Aweil United will have a player treated before action resumes. And of course other players will use this as an opportunity to hydrate. A lot of Korean players go on the sidelines, including Thon Garang, including Jack Kole, who is receiving instructions right there. Niall Garang goes on to pick water and runs back to his designated area. Sudani Gatiek picks water, picks instructions as well. I'm seeing my very good friend A Chol Clever J right there, assisting the team where necessary. And action should be back underway. Aweil United. They have the 2 men up front. That is Garangor and Akol Kong. It's a long ball up front. And he goes on to pick the ball. That is Garangor. Garangor. Garangor! Goal! Akol Kong puts Aweil United in the lead. Where the run from Garangor that was. He runs from his own side. Across the pitch, picks up the ball, makes a run down the right wing, and crosses a sweet ball to find unmarked Akol Kong. The first goal of the game, and Aweil United are 1-0 for Koryom FC Bor. 2 main opportunities missed, and they will possibly get into the break with a goal down. That is the story of Koryom right there for you. And misery continued to pile on for Koryom with tremendous opportunities to get the lead. They all missed them. And now they find themselves trailing Aweil United. Juba picks the ball and kisses the ground fast before getting back. They will hold on to this Robertucal lead dearly. It's a long ball. And of course, looking for a Garang Ngor just yet again. But of course, it's blocked. And here comes a Jack Kole. Kole looking for Peter Mayen. Leaves it to Thorn Garang. He's dispossessed by, that is one. Kole hits the ball with the backside. Gets out of play, throw in for Aweil United. Aweil United. They have the ball through Akon Garang. Akon gives it to Deng Wine. Wine takes a long ball up front, gets cleared by Koryom, and they give the ball away to Sudan, Christopher Kiria, but gets himself dispossessed immediately. And here comes a Thorn. Long ball from the goalkeeper, Juba. Throw in for Koryom. To be picked up by a Jack Kole. A Jack Drogba is waiting, but Kole says he's going to go long. There's Peter Mayen. Here is Peter Mayen. Peter Mayen. Peter Mayen goes on. Peter Mayen wins a free kick for Koryom. Majul Garang looks exhausted. Probably the oldest player for Koryom. But of course, still giving his all. Ajakole and Peter Mayen, both on the ball. Can they get back in the game quickly? Can they score before the halftime break? Peter Mayen looks set to be the one to take that. It's a long ball from Peter. Punched away by the goalkeeper. And nobody was there to respond to it. It's a long ball for Aweil United. Ngor is there, but picked up by Deng Mayen. Dings the ball, looking for Majur. Majur misses it. And here comes Aweil United, who are looking for a counter just yet again. It's a Kon Garang. A Kon lifts the ball. And that Nuer is up and running. This could be an opportunity for goal number 2 for Aweil United. Beautiful defending right there from Gochayik. Goal kick for Koryom. 2 additional minutes to be played in the first half. Nuer Nial. Gives it to Goch. Gochai. Goch takes a long ball. Thon Garang brushes the ball up front. Peter Mayen is there. But of course, clearance. Jack Drogba controls the ball, but very far from him. It's picked up quickly. Here comes Aweil United. Sweet ball right there in. But of course, intercepted by Goch. An opportunity for a cross. Anyon is there. A cross blocked by Ajak Drogba. Picked up still for Aweil United. Can they cross the ball? Still everything to fight for. And of course they continue to beat Koryom to the second ball. His shot goes wide. Goal kick for Koryom. Nuania plays it to Ajak Cole. Ajak Cole. Cole plays Goch. Ajak Drogba rather. Drogba takes a long ball down the left. Finds Anyon 2. Anyon 2. Long ball Afron. Looking for Sudan Gatiek. But you think that is way too far from Sudani. Picked up by Juma. Juma. Not interested in picking the ball. Wait for Sudan to come. And finally picks the ball up. Juma. A long ball. Captain played beautifully. Squeezes the ball to the center where they have unmarked players. This could be an opportunity, but picked up by Nuer. Nuer sends it to Dengmayen. And ladies and gentlemen, that will be the end of first half. We will go into the break with Aweil United leading Koryom FC by a goal to nil. And of course, incredible first half from Koryom, but they failed to score and went on to concede in the 45th minute of the game. We'll go for a break. We're back. To Jack Drogba. Drogba continues to push forward. Tries to get the ball to Andabati Mubarak. But of course that does not get to him. Throw in for Koryom. Long ball right there. Throw in for Aweil United. Of course, Jack Coley did not get his grip on the ball very well. And so he ended up jumping before throwing the ball. As Aweil United were playing from the back. They managed to get past that. An offside call does not come through. And Aweil United continue to press. No offside call. A long ball right here. Against. But of course, Nyon comes out. Gets the ball for Koryom. Here's Peter Mainaro. Peter squeezes the ball out front. Can Christopher Kiria get there? He's brought down. Offside. Haven't seen Christopher Kiria enjoy the game despite Koryom having majority of the possession in first half. But of course, yeah, he's the one player you think can really make a lot of decisive moves. Jack Drogba tries to squeeze the ball in, but deflected. Anyon 2 beats his marker. Anyon 2 sets the long ball out front, looking for Sudan Gatiek. It's headed away. Can Sudan keep the ball in play and try to beat his marker, or let it go out for a throw? Beats his marker. Sudan Gatiek swings the ball. Can it turn? Oh, not quite. Referee says it's out of bounds. Goal kick for Aweil United. Juba, he has been tested, but has not folded yet. And Nuer had 2 tests, saved one went in. Anyon with a header right there. And of course, interception. Sudan Gatiek, he's beaten to the ball. Here comes Aweil United. Through, that is a call. Squeeze the ball back home. If I say no foul, an opportunity right there for Aweil. Can he get goal number 2? Can he turn and make a shot? Can he shoot? Blocked by Jack Drogba. Here comes Peter Mainaro. Peter beats his marker. Oh, like I say, it's out of bounds. Throw in for Aweil United. Degman and Goch Ayi manning that central defense of Koryom, with of course Anyon 2 and Jack Coley. Here comes Goch. Long ball from Goch, looking for Sudan Gatiek. Sudani, can he get to the ball before the defender? He gets it. Not quite. Clearance for Aweil United. Away from danger. Picked up by Peter Mainaro. Swings the ball on the left. And Goal! The substitute against Koryom leveled is 1-1 at the Juba National Stadium. And Dabati, beautiful control on the left and switches the ball just past Amir Juba. It's 1-1 and everything is up for grabs just yet again. He's been on very limited playing time. Saw himself walk down the tunnel with tears in his eyes when he got substituted for Nornial, who came in as a goalkeeper, having seen Chol Bure seen a red card. Today, he'll be a happy man. Comes on at exactly half-time break and gets Koryom leveled with that beautiful shot past the goalkeeper. Aweil United, can they get the back in the lead? Aweil United, should be a free kick. Yes, it is. Majur Garang is the culprit. And he goes on to say hard luck to the captain. Peter Mainaro, the architect of the team, stands next to the ball. It's a long one in. And Anyon 2 controls it. Puts it on his chest and long clearance right there from him. Looking for Andawati Mubarak. Mubarak beaten to the ball. But they win possession through Gochai. Goch gives to Kole. Kole, there's Drogba waiting. But switches the ball. Looking for Majur. And here comes Peter Mayen. Puts the ball in the way of Andawati Mubarak. But intercepted. Aweil United. And out of bound. Throw in for Koryom. Throw in for Koryom to be taken by Ajak Kole. Gives it to Gochai. Goch Goch takes a swap at the ball. Brushed by Christopher Kira. Opportunity for goal number 2. Can shoot! Punched away by the goalkeeper. And a head away from danger. And finally, the whistle comes in. An offside call. But yes, Koryom are more lively in the second half with the better intentions of scoring and then they had in the first half. Standing in between them right now is the second assistant referee and the goalkeeper. Still 1-1 and everything to fight for. Anyon 2, Deng Mayen, Gochai, and Ajak Kole manning the defense. And Ajak Drogba joins them. Long ball from Juba. Anyon 2, beaten to the duel, but Gochai puts it down, gives it to Kole. Kole looking for Drogba, but Drogba does not get it and comes back to him. So much ease. Here comes Peter Mainaro, the architect of the team. Gives it to Anyon 2. Anyon 2. Anyon 2. Can he give it to Christopher Kiria? No, gives it to Sudan Gatiek. Gatiek. Sudani dances around with the ball, but does not beat his man. Finally beats him. Can he cross the ball? It's being held down right there and finally loses possession. Yell. Rabi. A long ball out front. Who gets it first? Send back. Anyon 2 gives to Peter. Does not get to Peter. It's taken away. And here comes Deng Mayen. Ajak Drogba gives the ball away to Ngor. And here comes Christopher Kira. Does not get to the ball. Yell. A long ball. Anyon 2 beaten to it. But of course, throw in for Koryom. To be taken by Anyon 2. Sends it back home. Finds Deng Jiru. Jiru to Ajak Drogba to Peter Mainaro. Peter Mainaro with a long ball looking for Christopher Kiria. Can Kiria get there before Juba? Another offside. Peter finally having Christopher Kiria make the runs. Andawati Mubarak controls the ball superbly. Gives it back to Ajak Kole. Kole to Ajak Drogba to Andawati. Andawati with the long ball. Can Sunega take it there? Not quite. Juba picks it up. And an offside goal right there. I do not know who the culprit is. Whether it is Christopher Kiria or Sudani Gatiek. But it is an offside. Yes, yell for Aweil United. Takes a long ball. Who responds to it? Anyon 2 is the first. But Deng Mayen picks it up. Deng Jiru. Long ball. Looking for Andawati Mubarak. Christopher Kiria is there. But does not get it. They are dispossessed. Aweil United with a run. A beautiful ball down the left. Here is a call. Beats another player. Sends it down to the middle of the park. Can he take a long ball down the left? Not quite. Beaten. Anyon 2 is beaten. Can he shoot? Opportunity for goal. Oh! Can he cross the ball? Still so many players in the area. And Jack Droga clears. Long ball. Out of bound. Goal kick for Koryom FC. Anyon 2 seemingly looking exhausted. Here's Ayi. Goch Ayi to Ajak Kole. Ajak Kole takes a long ball up front. Brushed by Christopher Kiria. Swega swings it right there. Can he get the ball? Not quite. Put down by Peter Mainaro. Peter beats another player. Peter switches the ball into the middle of the park. Opportunity, but of course intercepted. And Aweil United are out and running just yet again. Ajak Drogba. Beautiful tackle. Wins Koryom the possession just yet again. But quickly lost. Ajak Drogba wins the possession just yet again. Referee says play on. And an opportunity for Aweil United to get a goal number 2. Can they shoot? And the keeper takes it. Ajak Drogba goes to complain. Here comes Kiria. Is beaten to it. Commits a foul. Sawadi to Aweil United. 2 players go down. They are back leveled and they will need to get the win. They'll try as much as they can to avoid penalties. Substitution for Aweil United as well. And of course, here comes a Jack Drogba, probably his best game in playing as a deep six right there. And I would say he's been able to live up to the hype. Here comes a fast mistake right there